Aloha guys, this is JohnRemus.com TV. Glad to break down for you 10 reasons why the idea of having for yourself, your body, a, say, larger than average PP, quote unquote, or a tighter than average VV, quote unquote, really does not bring joy. And when I say joy, I'm qualifying it as being different than sexual satisfaction, which is similar to a drug. It's like two people get together and give each other drugs. And the reason why it's important to control your own desires and, say, for example, activate your own chakra. This is going to be number one, by the way. Activate your own chakra. If you're a woman, touch yourself, use sex toys. Men, you can jerk off, and these activate that chakra. They get you, enable you to get into a higher chakra, the third and fourth and so on. And that's the only way you can reach joy. Joy is an unconditional experience of accomplishment, of caring for other people. It's a higher level experience. It's being human. Have experiencing joy as being human. And so number one is to make sure that you're activating yourself and not letting your desires control you, and not letting anyone else's desires control you, like you're thinking they want to seduce you, or you feel badly for them, or you. Okay, so number two is a realization that there are different body types and varieties and everything, right? And lots of people are attracted to lots of other people, and so not to be so concerned about, let's say you see on pornography entertainment, or on TV you see people with certain, the way they look, and you realize that those are people with imperfections, and you can, if you look into the real world and you look around at actual people, you'll find that whatever race, color, ethnicity, and qualities people have, their body, they're not perfect, and they have individual lives to live, and they have only particular people that they'd be more compatible with. And of course, the theme is sexual compatibility, or sexual approach to life, and the distinction number three of, when sometimes people boast, like women might say, oh, I've got big breasts, or a joke might be made about that, or same with a big PP, and it's really a personal, individual thing. And so the secret should be to not envy other people, but instead just be, realize that if they talk about it or stuff like that, or sometimes there's mentions of it in movies and pop culture, it's what it is it's not a friendly thing. And almost, I feel like men have been doing it a long time to women, like talking openly about it, and it would be better if they made it a point to not talk openly about that. Everyone has a right to their feelings, and great if somebody has, say, a certain body type that other people find attractive, great, but the truth being that, what's important is that it's sacred. And if don't hate people who are not sacred about it, like they talk about it casually, they talk about their relationships. Instead, want good for them, and just want to feel good for people. Like want good for people. You see what I mean? Like, want, whatever body a person has, want them to have a great, meaningful connection to their dream mate. And that leads me to number four, the idea of a dream mate. Of course, it's someone you want to be sexually compatible with, but more importantly, it's somebody that that's, you know, you have mutual dreams with, and you love each other. You give each other that quote-unquote drug of sex, and you're not just giving it to each other because you're exchanging drug for drug. You're really doing it because you really care about each other and you want to please each other. And it's, of course, it's not about intercourse, but it's also about holding each other and being with each other all the time. And number 5, a big one, people underestimate oral sex. Your dream mate is somebody who you really want to provide oral pleasure to. That's important. And you know, it's a lot of that has to do with being clean and healthy and youthful. And so you'd think that having, say, big breasts or big pee-pee is most important. I'd say being healthy and youthful and you know, using things like coconut oil and just, you know, you do kind of doing massage, and not just masturbation, but massages, like kind of kneading the body and skin around your private area, and you know what I mean, like working it out so there's no like growths, or you know what I mean, like little dots of whatever they're called, dots that when people get older, that's because everything's not flowing. You know, you want things to flow, and of course exercise encourages virility as well. But number 6 is the idea that it's best to have a big PP and a tight VV, and my argument is that it's always better. Averages are always better. Specifically, you know, averages erection is 4 to 6 inches, and I feel like anywhere much bigger than that, it's not as easy to keep an erection, especially when you get older, and for extensive sexual activity, and you know, whether pee-pee or breasts, it's just impractical to have that bigger things around. You know, it gets in the way. It interferes. You know, breasts weigh a person down, and pee-pee just, you know, kind of gets in the way. And you know, my sense is that, you know, number 7, another mistake people make is thinking that they have to have sex right away, and that it's a good idea to have lots of sex. And the reality is, it's better to keep it sacred and only reserve it for that special someone. Otherwise, you're just selling your soul. You know, you're giving up your dreams. You're saying that, okay, I'm going to give my sex, my drugs, to somebody who's not my dream mate, and they're just going to use that energy of that passion and that you give to them. They're going to use that energy and put it towards their dreams and interests. See how it's a, you know, and so what you want is, you want to have truth in your life. That's joy. You want to have caring for others. That's and number 8, it may be very well that, guess what, you decide that, you know, you don't like your body, or you don't like your sex organs, but all you have to do is invest in another couple, and that couple will have children, grandchildren. You'll incarnate and be perhaps their grandchildren. You know, people that have perhaps more attractive sex organs, or whatever it is that whatever traits you want. Maybe you think you're not healthy or not tall enough. You know, invest in a couple, and play God, quote unquote. See the world as your family, not just as an individual person yourself. And you know, another thing is to that's a good amount right there. I'm trying to think. It's just anything else to add there. Just simply that. I think that's it.